Coming up tonight, Prime Minister becomes chief in one of the biggest provinces in Vanuatu. Timeline set for public consultation and UN team to arrive into the country this month. Good evening, I'm Michael Ranamalo. Prime Minister and Melanesian Spearhead Group Chairman Vanuatu Bainimarama has been installed chief of one of the biggest provinces in Vanuatu. This was done after 4 years of wait following the Prime Minister's adoption in 2008 by the chiefly family of Malampa.
Malampa is a province in Vanuatu made up of 3 main islands, Malakula, Embrim and Pama, from which the province's name is derived. The traditional title was conferred upon him by the chiefs of the province at a traditional ceremony in Port Vila, Vanuatu, where the Prime Minister is on a 3-day visit. He has been bestowed the title of Warwar, meaning chief of the island Embrim, which lies in northern Vanuatu in the Malampa province. The solemn ceremony was held at the MSG headquarters in Vila, held by the Malawatu Maori National Council of Chiefs. The Prime Minister made a customary payment by way of a pig to the chiefs of Embrim before giving another to the Malam province as a sign of acceptance in the Malampa community before being given the title of Warwar. He was given time to speak to his people and he thanked the chiefs and the government of Vanuatu for the traditional custom. MSG member countries also presented gifts to the Prime Minister and MSG chair at the end of the ceremony, signifying the importance of the title. The Malampa province has a population of 36,100 people and is one of the 6 provinces in Vanuatu.
The 2 months public consultation for the new constitution will be all-inclusive. This is the guarantee given by government following the announcement by the Prime Minister Vanuatu Bainimarama yesterday.
In making his announcement yesterday, the Prime Minister Vanuatu Bainimarama revealed the public consultations will ensure that the new constitution takes into account all the voices of all Fijians in the country. Following the announcement, at a press conference, the acting Prime Minister and Attorney General Ayaz Said Kayum revealed this will be Fiji's 4th constitution, but with a difference. According to the acting head of government, Fiji's first constitution did not have any public consultation at all, with the following constitutions in 1990 and then in 1997 implemented without the views of all Fijians. Said Kayum says government will take all measures to ensure every voice is heard.
Now, there are numerous examples, not just from Fiji, but other jurisdictions that indicate that in order to have public consultations, they need to be genuine public consultations. You need to be able to go down and hear the maximum number of voices. As our Honourable Prime Minister said this morning, he talked about transportation. Now, there's no point saying that we are going to have a public consultation meeting in Navua Town Hall or a hall in Navua when the people living in the surrounding areas cannot get to the hall because there's no buses running at that time of the night. These are very practical considerations. You can't say we're going to cover Kandavu and have just a meeting in Vunisea. The people in the surrounding islands need to be able to come to that meeting. So how are we going to facilitate that? That is very important. So what we are talking about is actual and substantive and true consultations, and that is critical. So to answer the question is not simply a question of a handful of politicians getting together and say, well, let's negotiate this and we'll pat each other on the back and yes, you will get elected and you'll get elected, we'll all be happy and go into Parliament House. The idea is that this is a fantastic opportunity to be able to ride on the back of a government and a Prime Minister that is truly committed to ensuring that we have full participation by all Fijians, irrespective of their different or individual backgrounds or sectorial backgrounds. So this is a wonderful opportunity and we need to be looking to the future.
Government has set a timeline for the constitutional process where, from May till July this year, a civic education program will be undertaken where all Fijians will be educated on matters they should consider preparing themselves to take part in the consultation process. This will also mean government will go out and distribute copies of the People's Charter to all Fijians in urban, rural, maritime areas, as well as to farmers, fishermen, youth and women organizations in English and in the vernacular languages. From July until September, the public consultation will take place through the Constitutional Commission, which will hear submissions from all and any member of the public. From October until December this year, the Constitutional Commission will collect and then they will assess the public submissions and then draft up a constitution. This draft constitution will then be given to the Constituent Assembly by January of 2013. The Constituent Assembly will then discuss, debate and also make some changes where necessary to the draft and then present an approved version of the Constitution to His Excellency the President by February of next year. And following the approval from the President, Fiji will then have democratic elections by September 2014.
Coming up after the break, CCF welcomes PM's announcement of new constitution. Sevens team pleads for support and police look into body find.